3 red cards, 1 game. The very first match of the biggest World Cup in history. Welcome to Co-Pilot Podcasts. Today we are breaking down the 2026 FIFA World Cup, specifically the brand new 48-team format, exactly who has punched their ticket to the knockout stage, who has already packed their bags and gone home, and the moments that have defined the first 2 weeks of this tournament. By the end of this episode, you will know the full picture of where every group stands as of June 26th, 2026. I've got someone who has been tracking every result, every table, every twist. Let's get into it.
All right, so let's start with the big picture because this World Cup is genuinely unlike anything we've seen before. For the first time in history, 48 teams are competing. That's up from 32. And according to FIFA's official tournament page, all 48 spots were confirmed by the end of March 2026.
So how does that actually change the structure of the tournament?
Massively. Instead of 8 groups of 4, you now have 12 groups of 4. Each team still plays 3 group stage games. But here's the key shift. It's not just the top 2 from each group who advance anymore. The top 2 from each group go through automatically, and then the 8 best third-place teams across all 12 groups also qualify. So 32 teams total reach the knockout stage.
So there's a whole new round, the round of 32, that has never existed at a World Cup before.
Exactly. And according to worldcupwiki.com, this World Cup will have 104 total matches. That is a record. The tournament runs from June 11 all the way to July 19, 2026, spread across 3 host nations, the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and 16 host cities.
3 countries hosting 1 tournament. That's a logistical undertaking on a scale we've never seen.
It really is. And there are 4 nations making their World Cup debut at this tournament: Cape Verde, Curacao, Jordan, and Uzbekistan. That's according to FIFA's official qualified teams page. So you've got these brand new faces on the biggest stage in football.
And the defending champions going in were Argentina, right?
Yes. Argentina came in as defending champions from 2022 and were also ranked number 1 in the FIFA rankings as of the June 11 start date. So they entered with a massive target on their back.
Okay, before we get into the results, walk me through this new tiebreaker rule because I've seen a lot of confusion about it online.
Yeah, this is actually really important, and it caught a lot of people off guard. For the first time at a FIFA World Cup, head-to-head record is now the primary tiebreaker between teams level on points, not overall goal difference. So if 2 teams finish on the same points, FIFA first looks at how they did against each other directly before looking at the broader goal difference across all group games.
And that actually had real consequences for some teams early on.
It did. According to the Sporting News, this new rule is partly why Haiti and Turkey were eliminated so early. Haiti lost to Scotland in their opener and then to Brazil, so even if they'd won their final game, they couldn't overtake Scotland on head-to-head. The rule changed the math completely for teams in tight groups.
Right, so let's get into the actual results. Walk me through the groups that are already done.
So, as of June 26th, Groups A, B, C, E, and F are fully complete. Let's start with Group A. Mexico won it with a perfect record, 3 wins, 9 points, plus 6 goal difference. According to Yahoo Sports' standings tracker, South Africa finished second with 4 points. South Korea got 3 points. Czechia got just 1 point and are eliminated.
Mexico going unbeaten through the group. That's a statement.
And it's worth noting that the opening match itself was historic. According to the Matchmarker tournament analysis, Mexico beat South Africa 2-0 at Estadio Azteca on June 11 in front of more than 80,000 fans. Julian Quinones scored the tournament's first goal inside 9 minutes. Raul Jimenez added a second. But the match had 3 red cards, the most in any World Cup opening match in history.
3 red cards in the opening game. That is genuinely wild. And it was also Mexico's first ever win in a World Cup opening match after 5 losses and 2 draws, according to that same source.
Exactly. And there was a moment in that game, 17-year-old Gilberto Mora came off the bench to become Mexico's youngest ever World Cup player at 17 years and 240 days. So the tournament started with history being made on multiple fronts simultaneously.
Okay, what about Group B?
Group B was Switzerland's group. They finished top with 7 points. Canada came second with 4 points. Bosnia and Herzegovina also got 4 points. And, crucially, they advanced as one of the best third-place teams. Qatar finished bottom with 1 point and are eliminated. According to Yahoo Sports, Canada's standout moment was crushing Qatar 6-0 in their second match.
6-0. Qatar, who hosted the last World Cup, getting hammered 6-0. That's a brutal result.
And then Switzerland beat Canada 3-1 in the final group game to take top spot. So Group B ended up being pretty decisive. Now, Group C, that one was fascinating. Brazil and Morocco both finished on 7 points. Brazil won the group on goal difference, +6 to Morocco's +3. Scotland got 3 points. Haiti got 0 and are eliminated.
Haiti's story is actually kind of heartbreaking. According to ESPN, they qualified for only their second ever World Cup, having last done so in 1974. And 52 years later, they suffered the same fate, exiting without a single point.
Yeah. And ESPN noted that Franz Di Pierrot had a header flash past the post late in their opener against Scotland that would have been Haiti's first World Cup goal in over half a century. They came so close to that moment, and it just didn't happen.
That's the kind of detail that makes football so human. Okay, Group D, the USA's group.
Group D is done, and it had a dramatic finish. The USA won the group with 6 points. Australia came second with 4 points. Paraguay also got 4 points and are virtually certain to advance as a best third-place team. According to ASUSA, Opta gave them a 99.85% chance of going through. Turkey finished with 3 points and are eliminated.
But the USA lost their final game to Turkey, right? Even though they were already through?
They did, and it was dramatic. According to ASUSA, Turkey snatched a 3-2 win in the 8th minute of stoppage time through a goal from Kaan Ayhan. Austin Trusty and Sebastian Berhalter had scored for the USA. Arda Güler and Barış Yilmaz scored for Turkey. So Turkey went out with a win, which is a strange kind of consolation.
And Turkey's overall tournament story is one of the most baffling things I've seen. ESPN reported that Turkey registered 62 shots across their first 2 group games and failed to score a single goal. That is apparently the most shots without a goal by any team in a single World Cup since 1966.
0 goals. It's almost statistically impossible. They had Arda Güler, Kenan Yildiz, genuinely talented players, and they just could not convert. They lost 2-0 to Australia in their opener and then 1-0 to Paraguay. The talent was there on paper. The execution just wasn't.
It's a reminder that football doesn't care about your squad value. Okay, what about Groups E and F?
Group E, Germany won it. According to NBC Sports, Germany finished with 6 points and a +6 goal difference. Ivory Coast also got 6 points and came second. Ecuador advanced as a best third-place team with 4 points. Curaçao, one of the 4 debutants, finished bottom with 1 point and are eliminated. Germany's opening game was a 7-1 demolition of Curaçao, according to FIFA's official match schedule.
7-1. Curaçao's World Cup debut started with a 7-goal hammering.
And then Curaçao lost 1-0 to Cape Verde in their second game. So they exit without much to show for it, but just being there as a debut nation is the story. Group F was Netherlands and Japan. Netherlands won the group with 7 points. Japan came second with 5 points. Sweden got 4 points and advanced as a best third-place team. Tunisia got 0 points and are eliminated.
Tunisia's exit was pretty brutal too. Sweden beat them 5-1 in the opener, and then Japan beat them 4-0. According to Bleacher Report, Tunisia failed to generate a single shot on target in that Japan game.
Yeah, and Bleacher Report noted that Tunisia's coach Sabri Lamouchi was actually dismissed after the 5-1 loss to Sweden. Hervé Renard came in as replacement, but couldn't turn things around. 0 shots on target in a World Cup game is a pretty damning statistic.
All right, so those 5 groups are done. What about the groups that are still in play as of June 26th?
So groups G, H, I, J, K, and L are either still playing or just finishing up. But some of them have already produced confirmed qualifiers. Let me go through what we know. Group I, France and Norway have both advanced. According to NBC Sports, France finished with 6 points and Norway also with 6 points. Senegal and Iraq both have 0 points and are effectively out.
France and Norway both going through from the same group. That's a strong group advancing.
Group J, Argentina have advanced as group winners with 6 points. According to NBC Sports, Austria are on 3 points, Algeria on 3 points, and Jordan on 0 points. Jordan are eliminated. They were one of the 4 debutants, and Yahoo Sports reported they lost 3, 1 to Austria and then 2, 1 to Algeria.
So Jordan's debut World Cup ended in elimination. That's tough for a first-time nation.
It is. And Group K, Colombia have advanced with 6 points. Portugal are on 4 points, DR Congo have 1 point, Uzbekistan have 0 points. According to Yahoo Sports, Portugal rebounded to move up the Group K standings after a strong second game. Uzbekistan, another debutant, are effectively out.
So of the 4 debut nations, Cape Verde, Curacao, Jordan, Uzbekistan, none of them have made it through so far?
Well, Cape Verde is still alive. According to the Yahoo Sports standings, they have 2 points in Group H alongside Uruguay, with Spain leading the group. So Cape Verde still have a chance. And actually, Spain's 0-0 draw with Cape Verde in their opener was described by Bleacher Report as one of the biggest surprises early in the tournament. The Cape Verde goalkeeper Vazinha apparently became an overnight celebrity for keeping a clean sheet against the reigning European champions.
Wait, Spain drew 0-0 with Cape Verde? Spain, the reigning European champions?
That's what Bleacher Report reported. And then Spain bounced back with a 4-0 win over Saudi Arabia in their second game, with Barcelona's Lamine Yamal scoring in the 10th minute. So, Spain recovered, but that opening draw was a genuine shock.
Group G is still interesting too, right? Egypt, Iran, Belgium, New Zealand. That one's tight.
Very tight. According to Yahoo Sports' standings, Egypt lead with 4 points. Iran and Belgium are both on 2 points. New Zealand have 1 point. The Bleacher Report recap noted that Belgium and Iran drew 0-0, and Iran and New Zealand drew 2-2 in their openers. Egypt beat New Zealand 3-1 in the second round. So Group G goes down to the wire.
And Group L, England, Ghana, Croatia, Panama. That one had some drama too.
According to Yahoo Sports, England and Ghana are both on 4 points, Croatia are on 3 points, Panama have 0 points and are eliminated. Yahoo Sports reported that England suffered a stunning draw with Ghana that created real drama in Group L. So that group is genuinely wide open heading into the final match day.
Panama's exit, Yahoo Sports noted they landed in one of the toughest groups with England, Croatia and Ghana and lost both their opening games.
Right. And Qatar's exit was similarly rough. According to Yahoo Sports, Qatar, who hosted the last World Cup, got hammered 6-0 by Canada and then lost 3-1 to Bosnia and Herzegovina. They finished with just 1 point from a draw with Switzerland in their opener.
So let's just do a clean summary of the eliminated teams as of June 26th, because I think that's really useful for listeners to have clearly.
According to Mikel's June 26th report and the Sporting News, the confirmed eliminated teams are Haiti, Turkey, Tunisia, Jordan, Panama, Qatar, Czechia, and Curacao. 8 teams are out. And the group stage doesn't even end until June 27th, so more eliminations are coming.
And Czechia's exit, they lost 2-1 to South Korea in their opener and then 3-0 to Mexico. According to the Sporting News, they were eliminated on June 24th.
Exactly. And Curacao were eliminated on June 25th after the 7-1 loss to Germany and then a 1-0 loss to Cape Verde. So the debutant from CONCACAF exits without a win.
Now let's talk about who has confirmed their place in the round of 32, because that's the other side of this story.
So according to Mikel's June 26th report, as of that date, 17 of the 32 round of 32 spots are confirmed. The confirmed qualifiers are Mexico, South Africa, Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Brazil, Morocco, USA, Australia, Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, France, Norway, Argentina, and Colombia. That's the picture as of June 26th. And
Paraguay are basically through too, right? You mentioned that Opta figure.
Yes. According to ASUSA, Opta gave Paraguay a 99.85% chance of advancing as one of the best third-place teams after their goalless draw with Australia in the final Group D game. So they're virtually through, just not mathematically confirmed yet because the 8 best third-place teams can only be fully ranked once all groups have played their third match.
And the knockout bracket is already starting to take shape. CBS Sports published a projected round of 32 bracket on June 26th. What does that look like?
According to CBS Sports, some of the confirmed matchups include Brazil versus Japan on June 29th in Houston, Germany versus Paraguay on June 29th in Foxborough, Netherlands versus Morocco on June 29th in Monterrey, France versus Sweden on June 30th in East Rutherford, Mexico versus Scotland on June 30th at Estadio Azteca, USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina on July 1st in Santa Clara, Argentina versus Uruguay on July 3rd in Miami Gardens.
Argentina versus Uruguay, that's a South American derby in the round of 32. That's going to be electric.
And the final, according to Wikipedia's knockout stage article, will be held at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey on July 19th. So we still have a long way to go.
Let me ask you something. With this expanded format, do you think it's actually producing better football, or is it just more football?
That's a fair challenge. What the search results show is that the group stage has been genuinely competitive. You've had Spain drawing with Cape Verde. You've had Turkey, ranked 22nd in the world, going out without scoring in their first two games. You've had Haiti, ranked 83rd, pushing Brazil and Scotland to their limits. The expanded field is giving smaller nations real moments on the biggest stage.
And the 8 best third-place teams rule is genuinely interesting because it means even finishing third in your group isn't necessarily the end. Teams like Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ecuador and Sweden are all through as third-place teams.
Right. And according to Z News, only 4 of the 12 third-place teams will be eliminated, so 8 of them go through. That's a massive safety net compared to the old format where finishing third meant you were done, full stop.
It does change the psychology of the group stage, though. Teams might play more conservatively if they know third place could still be enough.
That's a real tension in the format. But what we've seen so far is that the results have been pretty decisive in most groups. Mexico went 3-0, Germany opened with a 7-1, France and Norway both won their first 2 games. The top teams haven't been coasting.
Fair point. And the tiebreaker change, head-to-head first, that actually incentivizes teams to go for wins rather than just managing goal difference.
Exactly. Because if you're level on points with someone, your head-to-head result against them is what matters most. So you can't just park the bus and hope goal difference saves you. You have to actually beat the teams you're competing with for the same spot. All right, so here's what this really comes down to. We are 2 weeks into the biggest World Cup in history. The group stage ends June 27th. The round of 32 starts June 28th. And as of today, June 26th, 17 teams have confirmed their knockout stage places, 8 teams have been eliminated, and the remaining groups are heading into their final decisive matches. And the picture that's emerging is genuinely fascinating. You've got Mexico looking dominant as hosts, Argentina, the defending champions, through and unbeaten, Brazil and Morocco both advancing from the same group on equal points, France and Norway both through from Group I, Colombia through from Group K, and then Groups G, H, J, K, and L still have everything to play for.
And the stories of the teams that are out. Haiti returning to a World Cup for the first time since 1974 and leaving without a point. Turkey with 62 shots and 0 goals in 2 games. Qatar, the previous hosts, getting hammered 6-0 by Canada. These are the moments that define a tournament.
And the debut nations, Cape Verde, still alive, Curacao and Jordan and Uzbekistan out, but all 4 of them got to experience a World Cup for the first time. That matters regardless of the results.
The format change from 32 to 48 teams means 16 more nations got to be here. And some of those nations, Cape Verde drawing with Spain, New Zealand drawing with Iran, they're not just making up the numbers.
That's the real story of this tournament so far. The gap between the so-called big nations and the rest is narrowing. And with 104 matches and a round of 32 that starts June 28th, we're only just getting to the part where it gets really serious.
Remember how we started? 3 red cards in the opening game, a 17-year-old becoming Mexico's youngest ever World Cup player, and a tournament that had barely kicked off before it was already making history. That's the 2026 World Cup. It started chaotic, it stayed chaotic, and the knockout stage hasn't even